The Avengers, 4 years in production, 5 films leading up to it, but the question is, was it worth it? So the Avengers is based around the Avengers Initiative, which has been bouncing about for 4 films now, and it's the Avengers Initiative is if there's a massive threat, these heroes will be brought together, which are Captain America, Hulk, Thor, and Iron Man. And in this film, the threat is massive. Loki finds an army in space and is coming to enslave the Earth and destroy the Avengers. And it is a very, very good plot. I thought it was very good storyline. So film starts off very slow. It's just all assembling all the crew, and you get to see like Bruce Banner because Mark Ruffalo plays Hulk in this film, not like Edward Norton who was in the Avengers leading up movie as Hulk, and he does a really good Hulk. Bruce Banner, he's a best Hulk I've ever seen, and yeah, he done a really good job. Then you have Iron Man, who's Robert Downey Jr. Now, for me, he was like the main character. I think the director really showed him off as the leader of the group, and he really done a good part. But then even Captain America, who's played by Chris Evans, was sort of the leader as well. He sort of gave out orders, and because he is Captain America, in during the final battle, he did give out lots of orders to police. And then there's Thor, who he's only there because it's his brother, really, that's sort of creating all this trouble, and he's come to take Loki back because he thought he was dead. They thought he died at the end of Thor. Now, when I heard that the director of this film was Joss Whedon, a man I've never heard of in my life, I thought, we could have done with a better director. Even the director from Iron Man, who done a pretty good job. But and then as I watched the film, and I thought he's done a pretty good job of directing this film. It was very, very well done. Joss Whedon, I've heard, is one of those directors that makes lots of characters relevant, and everyone was relevant in this film. Even Scarlett Johansson, who played Black Widow, was relevant, even more than she was in Iron Man 2. I hated her in Iron Man 2, but I thought she was particularly good in this film. And then you have Hawkeye, who's Jeremy Renner. He plays a really good part as well, and you didn't think they'd be as relevant, but he is. They're all relevant in this film, and that's what's good. You don't like see like you would have thought maybe Hulk was in the shadows, but Hulk is always there. He always bounces back into the stories one way or another, and so are all the other characters. They're all relevant in their own way, and I thought that was really good. And that director, I believe, directed Cabin in the Woods, which I really want to see because it's meant to be a very good sort of horror thriller film. Anyway, back to the Avengers. So I went and saw it in 3D, and I will tell you this: the 3D was absolutely brilliant. It's probably the best 3D I've seen since Avatar. Uh, it was it didn't hurt your eyes as Captain America did to me, and Transformers Dark of the Moon, and Shrek, the final chapter, and so it looked really good. The 3D was really good, where it looked like it was coming at you even in the final like 20 minutes. It's a really, really good 3D, and I know it's too late, but if you saw it in 3D, you're very lucky, because it was an amazing experience in 3D. Anyway, the battle at the end was pretty epic. He It starts off really slowly, this film. It's sort of like for 2 hours it has a couple of fight scenes in it, and that's about it. It's gone out the window. You think, this is a terrible film, what have I done, why have I come here, this was not worth the wait. But and then as the film goes on, you start to think, wow, this is awesome, this is getting better, this is getting better. Then at the end, when they all go and fight in New York, man, there's a lot of kick-ass stuff in there. Just like all kind of kicking ass. Everyone has their own. Everyone has a go at Loki, which is quite good. I thought that was quite good. Uh, but man, that was an amazing ending, and it was just a brilliant battle. And the whole film, I'll say, it is worth the 4 year wait. And all the films leading up to this were pretty good, but this was brilliant. And now that it's over, you're never going to have that thing again. It was like, oh, the first Avengers. Like, they all came together for the first time after all those movies of leading up and all the Avengers going through your mind and stuff. And in the films as well, they always mention it. They're all connected, those films, in some way. But you'll never, when the Avengers 2 comes out, and after all the second lot of films of leading up to it come out, it won't be the same as this time. So it's like the end of an era, really, that it's now come to an end. There will never be the you'll never find an experience like this. The Avengers, it was a one-time thing, and it was great to be a part of this, I have to say. So I'm going to say the Avengers is 5 stars, unmissable.